everyone. Welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting and our Cash or Trash, where I rip on the hot books of the week. that's really what the show's about. That's really what happens. But for good reason. If you've been watching my look back, especially the last couple months, it's because about 75, 80, 90% of these books are going to go down over the next 6 months. It's just what happens. So I try to bring a little realism to the spec market, which doesn't have a lot of that. So that's what this show is about. So I look at this week's hot books from CBSI, Hot Top 10, and the Comic Tom Key Collector, hottest trending comics of the week, and I rip them apart. And really says, nah, a lot. So if you're new to the channel, that's what's going on here. Let's say hello, and then I'll tell you what categories I'm going to break these books down into. Ian in the house, what is going on, sir? Demuts, what's going on? Dre, welcome. Hope you're having a good Sunday. There is Mr. Unruly back live after tailgating early. Sam, I am. What is good, my friend? What is good? I have not talked to Sam in a while. I need to fix that. Jaguar, what is going on? Where I said hello to Ian. Oh, Black Knight is in the house. What's the other? Lately, that's actually not been that far off. Long-term trend is 70% down, 20%, 10% up. And of the 70% down, you're looking at like 25% of that is, that dumpster fire. So there you go. So those are kind of the realistic numbers. But he's not that far off lately. It's been kind of worse than normal lately. Now, last summer, it was better than normal, but that was during the market boom. So what do I do with these? How do I break these books down? Well, I throw them into some categories of my own making. And we got straight cash, homie. Books I think are going to continue to rise in value. Oh, I forgot to. TJ sent me a picture, and I forgot to upload it. TJ sent me a new Worth It, but this is Worth It books I think that are about the right price, maybe going to go up a little bit, that you're not actually doing too bad buying them at this value. TJ sent me a new meme for Worth It, and I forgot to upload it. I'll do that before next week. And then we got The All Be Backs. These are books that are probably pretty close to the value they should be, but are going to back up a little bit. If you're patient, you can get a deal. These books are going to come down 10, 20, 25% probably, or at least some of the sales will be down there where you can save yourself a little money if you're just patient, if you just keep looking. We got the It's a Traps. These books are going to back up 40, 50, 60%. Talking massive drops in value. This is not uncommon at all. Probably 50% of those books that go down or fall into this category at least, including the dumpster fires and stuff. Then obviously we got our dumpster fire, just terrible choices, terrible books, books that are going to plummet in value. There's the reason that they're hitting the list is not sustainable in any way, shape, or form. And then occasionally we throw a come on man just because of what are we thinking, and a few other things that I occasionally throw in there as well. So those are my categories. Let's see who else is in the house. Jay Bonilla's in the house. The 100% mint from Unruly, probably for sure. The 100% mint from Unruly, I'm like 99 is about actually pretty close for Unruly, but this week it might be 100%. I think there's one book. We'll see. I think there's one book that he may not be mint on. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got Planet Arizona in the house. What is going on? Welcome, sir. Welcome. Kurt, come to your mind, my invincible reading brethren. We are going to hopefully get that rescheduled here soon, along with Unruly. What is going on? And actually, we have something for him as well. We'll see. Deep House is in the house. What is going on? All right, here we go. They're saying, let's get to the men's and the dumpster fires. All right, so let's bring this up. First up, that is not the right thing to click on. There we go. Right up the mat, we got Masters of the Universe #1. This hit the list because we got casting news this week for the Netflix live-action movie / show. I'm not actually sure which it's going to be. Kyle Allen, who I've never heard of, is going to be playing He-Man. He's going to be playing our title character. This caused raw copies of this to jump back up to $65, 9.8 to jump back up to $475. Mind you, this is still slightly down from when the animated series was about to come out 6-8 months ago or whatever, before that kind of bombed. How many times are we going to do this? I mean, how many times have we heard there's a He-Man project coming? How many times have people chase these books? How many times? And what makes us think they can possibly get it right? It's so, like, I loved He-Man as a kid. It's so goofy. Look at their designs. Look, and if they don't like follow the designs, people are gonna be mad. All of us with the nostalgia are gonna be mad. Well, that doesn't look like it looked in the cartoon or the action figures. There's no winning with this project in my mind. There's no winning with a live action version of this. They update the costumes and try to make it look real. People are going to be mad. They make them look like this, and it's going to look goofy and dumb. There's no winning with this. I have no faith in this. I'm really actually saying probably worth it. I think he's completely wrong. I think this is absolutely, and I'll be back. I don't think there's enough nostalgia that this book isn't going to plummet a ton, but there's no way that this is casting news in a show are going to make this. Now, when the show first comes out, it'll be higher than this for sure. And I don't know when the timing is going to be, but if they're just now casting, it's going to be a while. There's no way this works. I'm sorry. And I loved it as a kid. Does anyone have faith in a Netflix film? Yeah, there you go. That's the other thing. He's not as buff as the cartoon. Yes. See, there will be no pleasing the audience for this. There's no way this can work. None. I don't see any way this can work. FOMO versus smart choices. Well, there's not a lot of smart choices this week, but yeah. So, all right. Next up, speaking of non-smart choices. Okay. I was going to say mini rant, but this whole thing's a mini rant. What are we talking about? This whole stream's a mini rant. This is Wild Cards #1. This is a 4-issue miniseries, comic miniseries that was released, and this is #1 of that 4-issue miniseries. It was based on some George R.R. Martin books. And basically what happened here is Hulu had the rights, and then when they sold to Disney, the rights were up in the air, and Peacock got the rights. So Reggie put out a thing saying, hey, this might be a spec choice for people. Last weekend, and then suddenly it's on the list this week, and they even had Reggie come on Tom's thing to talk about it because it's going for $10 to $25. Sam I is absolutely right on this. It's going for $10 to $25. There's 1,000% increase in sales. You know how many sales there were in the month of January prior to Reggie making the announcement? 1. It's on January 1st. You know how many sales there were in the month of December? Before that? No one cares about this book till Reggie said something. And then, amazingly, and this is where I get mad at Tom and them, amazingly, he said something. There was a bunch of sales because he said something that's not based on any reality, that there's actually a project in works. And then they justify it by saying, oh, look, it hit the list. $10. I would not. No, this is because it's only 10 to 25. It's a dumpster fire, and the fact the choice is a dumpster fire. Value wise, it's a trap. Nobody cared about the series. It wasn't going for anything. Nobody will care about the series. No, this is a come on, man. Come on. I don't understand why people chase books like this. It makes no sense. I read a few of the Wild Cards collection. Yeah, man. Yeah. And the cover is horrendous. Yeah. Is that a man? Hey, Meg, what's going on? Hey, John, what's happening? Yeah, well, that's this whole show. That's why I think this show is popular, because I rant. All right, let's move along. Next, Dead Day #1, also optioned by Peacock. $20 raw average sales. 9.8 hit 55, which should tell you something. Probably because there's not a lot of 9.8s, and the sale was probably before some of this got out. And This isn't like, and Tom went out of his way to say, this isn't like other options that can take years, even though they hype those like crazy every time they happen. This is going straight to series. What that means is they've ordered episodes and not just a pilot, straight to series. Doesn't mean it's going to be out in the next 6 months. Like, odds are, and how many of these, anybody remember Umbrella Academy? Anybody still chasing that for the values it was going for? And that was one that succeeded. Jupiter's Legacy didn't succeed. I'm blanking on, there's a ton of these. No, stop it. Stop it. $20. Come back later. If you really want this, come back later. Just stop it. For real. Yeah, the cover was a true dumpster fire on that wildcard thing. Good for you. Move it right now. Be on the right side of this. Be on the right side of this stuff. All right, next. Something I'm not going to rant about, and we'll see if my prediction is right here. Daredevil, Woman Without Fear, number 2, the Jorge Fornes, 1 in 25. Obviously, this probably looks familiar, but you may not know what this is from. This is a homage to Marvel Age number 36. This is was a Mazzucchelli cover announcing the return of Miller to Daredevil, and that Mazzucchelli was going to be doing the art. So it was a Marvel Age cover that this is homaging. This 1 in 25 is basically 60 to 90 right now, so right around triple ratio. I actually really like this cover. But also, it made it to triple. Usually that means it's worth it. Usually, like, if it doesn't get to triple, it usually... Oh, no, I was wrong. I thought he might actually like this one. This was the one I thought Unruly might not say meh on. So I was wrong. It's going to be 100% meh for Unruly this week, just because it was a gorgeous cover. It's a really nice cover. So, ridiculous price. I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just going by the rules on my worth it. And usually if it gets to triple, this one has made it to triple, they usually hold a lot better than if they don't quite make it. So there you go. I don't know that it's going any higher particularly, but if it makes it to triple, it usually holds. And I think this one has a shot. Hey, Ruben, what is going on? So Planet likes this one and really still didn't. So... This is true. Now, Ian could be a point. Like, by 6 months, if Matt's returned and everything else, then maybe this doesn't still hold. We'll see. We will see. So, I'm mostly saying worth it based on what I usually see with the 1 in 25s, for sure. Doesn't mean super long term that they don't back up some. Next, what do we got? Another cover. We got the Adam Hughes 1 in 50 Mary Jane Black Cat Beyond number 1. Holy crud. So this was on the list last week. I didn't do a breakdown last week because I wasn't here. For about 100. Now it's up to about 175. So it would have been slightly less than double ratio last week. And I usually talk about the second week is really important to see where it goes. And the second week, this one's went up to 175 plus. It's pushing 200 for a couple of sales. Again, quad ratio, that usually means it's going to hold pretty well. Adam Hughes, Black Cat, MJ. My guess is these Adam Hughes covers, if people love them, they love them. So I'm going to also put this as a worth it. So these two, I'm really, based on both of these, it's about following the rules I usually see on incentives, as opposed to necessarily a conviction that I think is going to happen. Saying it better than the normal Adam Hughes. Yeah. Sexy cover. Yeah. Sexy covers usually do pretty well. This is why I feel fairly confident saying worth it, because when an Adam Hughes cover pops this much to start with, it usually sticks. Sometimes it doesn't pop, but when it does, it usually sticks. Yeah. They're usually pretty good. Once they jump, they usually hold pretty well, is what Sam is saying. So, there you go. All right. Big O. Also, Big O, I don't think I said hello yet. Yeah, he does draw Felicia very well. And then there's Manny hopping in here. What's going on, Manny? Rules are rules. Yeah, there you go. All right, next. Panthera number 7, the Ryan Stegman 1 per store. This one's going for 50 plus. Okay, so it's a 1 per store, but this is the start of a new story arc, but there's not a first appearance in here. So this is cover only, really, you're going off of. I just don't have enough faith in Panthera. I don't, like, to me, this is an I'll be back. I don't think it's going to crash. I think there is enough love for this series so far that I think it'll hold 30-ish, 40-ish. I don't think it's going to hold 50 plus. 50 plus seems like way too much. To me, this is an I'll be back. Marginally a trap if it gets all the way down to like 30. But yeah, so it's a cool cover. I just don't have a lot of faith in these Panthera things. Hey, Manic, what's going on? Don't see it, man. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's talking about Hughes. Definitely can see why a Spidey fan would want that Hughes. But this is man. He's like, I don't even know. I would kind of agree with it. It's kind of a cool cover, but like she looks a little weird. I don't know. Like something about her pose there looks a little weird. All right, next. We're going to keep moving because we got 17 books to talk about. And another rant. Yes. You guys are getting the rants. Walmart variant. Are we doing this again? Seriously? The sad thing is I was in Walmart yesterday before I had seen the list because I went and got groceries and I went to the comics to see what was there. And there was 2 of these there and I did not go back for them. I did not. I was like, I don't care. Crimson Rain, number 1, Walmart variant. Raw copies of this are going for 15 to 20. The 3-pack was going for $45 because it's hard to find. No, they're not. We do this over and over and over again. These Walmart variants come out. People go crazy. They jump in value, and then they plummet when they realize just how many of them are going to be out there. Only thing differences here is you don't have the little barcode and like it's white instead of yellow or something in the lining. It's the same cover otherwise. These are traps. They're traps. They've been traps. The history says it's a trap. Everything about this says it's a trap. Stop it. Stop it. I had no interest in going back. I mean, I could have tried to flip it for like whatever. It just seems stupid to me. Yeah. I can't believe we're doing this again. That we keep doing this with the Walmart variants. Yeah. They're not. Now they can get beat up. So condition can be interesting in a Walmart variant, but yeah, they're not hard to get. There you go. That's right. Listen, Agmar. All right, next. So this is interesting. This is DC Festival of Heroes, the Asian Superhero Celebration number 1, the Art Germ variant. This is the first appearance of the Monkey Prince is in this book. Monkey Prince or Monkey King number 1 or whatever, his solo series came out, started this week. So the variants of this book all kind of got a little bit hot. The funny thing is there's a variant with him on the cover. This one's going for more and is hotter because the Art Germ homage to himself, the Batgirl 12, where he has Cassandra in a similar pose. But this one with where he has Stephanie in a similar pose, and this one with Cassandra. So people aren't going for the one with the Monkey Prince on the front. They're going for this one. We love our attractive women covers. That's all there is to it. The one this is homaging does, it's still worth quite a bit. There's a couple others, but yeah, most part, no. There's not a ton of his that have really held a ton of value. But Batgirl 12 has held a ton of value. It's a nice cover. I bought it because I really now that he did this, I really want him to do a variant for the Batgirl series with Barbara in a similar pose and give me all 3 of them, and then I can have all 3 of those, and I would be super happy. Our germ scene is getting all value. Nice. But yeah, if you're buying it for the Monkey Prince thing, I don't have a lot of faith in that. To me, this is absolutely, and I'll be back. It's only going for 15 to 20. But yeah, I would be absolutely be back on this one. Exactly. When you want if you're really interested in the character and you're specking on the character, why wouldn't you buy the one where he's on the cover? I don't know. Do we have hello, Seth? What's going on? Vinny's in the house. Hello. What's going on? All right. Where are we at? Oh, speaking of FOMO and silliness. Okay. Amazing Spider-Man 88, first appearance of Queen Goblin, who's Ashley Kafka, I think is what they're saying her name is. I don't know. I haven't read this yet. I haven't gotten it yet. I won't get it for another week or so because of the way I'm ordering. But raw copies of the A cover are going for 15 plus. Another Goblin character. It's kind of, at this point, is there more? I think there's more symbiotes than goblins, but it's not much. Hello and a mint to all of you. Welcome, John. Who knows? And this is the question. How much is Red Goblin worth right now? People were going crazy for that a couple years ago when I first got back into collecting. How much is, what was it? Virus, or I don't remember. One of those symbiotes everybody was jumping on last year. How much is, I don't even remember the name of him. Maybe this character matters. Maybe she doesn't. There's obviously a story arc here, but then we're rolling into new creators. They're relaunching ASM again. We might never see her ever. Might be 5 years before we see this character again. This is an I'll be back all day for sure. It'd be nice if she sticks around, then I could be wrong, but yeah. How many goblins are there? But the ideas are pretty slim. Yeah, luckily this is a pull list for me as well, so I didn't really have to worry about this, but it's just kind of I don't know. Yeah, short-term gas, long-term trash. There you go. Yeah, I'd be completely tempted to sell it and buy it back in 6 months for $10. Sell it for 20, buy it back for 10. So there you go. Next. Here we go. I didn't get to talk about this last week because I wasn't here, but it's on the list for a week again. Black Panther number 3. This is the Torrin Clark 1 in 25, the first appearance of Tosin. Interestingly enough, this one is already down. It peaked around $650 for this thing, but it's already set, but it's settled in the $400 to $500 range. What the hell is wrong with us? I could give you a long list of Marvel everybody's like, oh, it's the new. They're talking about it being the new Miles, and people have already decided because this is a young Wakandan that he's going to be the new Black Panther in the movies, and this is what's a Tosin? This is insane. $400 to $500. Are you kidding me? Think of the books with history and staying power and knowledge that you could, that are gonna have value. You could buy for $400 or $500, and you're buying this. You're spending that kind of money on this thing. What is wrong with us? A collector and their money are soon parted. This is crazy to me to pay this kind of value. I mean, even if he hits, okay, that's fine. But the odds of him hitting immediately, they're way into production of Black Panther. You think he's going to show up in this movie? You think maybe they're pulling a character from the movie then to the comics? This whole seems so unlikely that people are going crazy for this. Yeah, an article came out. There's no idea if he's going to be used. People are just specking like crazy, and you're specking for $400 to $500. I mean, sure, if it's Miles, then it's a bargain. If it's Gwen, it's a bargain. If it's Silk or Kamala or Riri, it's a bargain, maybe. But we already know all those people have shows coming and everything else. How many other characters have been introduced in the last decade by Marvel that have not amounted to a damn thing? Like, maybe this character becomes important. Maybe he doesn't. This is insane. 2 weeks in. This is insane. I'm sorry. This is an absolute. I can be proved wrong. It probably won't back up that much, but the fact that we're doing this is an absolute dumpster fire to me. Maybe the character's great, but you know what? I want to took those other books to get to this kind of value. Long freaking time. And proven that they were going to use the characters over and over again, and proven that they were going to have a show. You guys are nuts. Black Panther 5 cover is a homage to Ultimate Fallout 4. Yeah. Being in a Facebook group, and it was a string guy bought. Yeah. It's just Spider-Verse 2 for $35 the month of release, and now people are spending $5. It's a different, and I get that. I just don't think there's any chance 5 years from now, maybe this book is worth this. Maybe they've used this character and he's become something. The odds of spending $400 to $500 right now and not being able to do better in 6 months are so freaking slim. It's just nuts. Hey, Phil. The second print is, yeah, $4. Good. That's the way to do it. This, for miles to really matter. Yeah. This is a good. I'm moving on. I just, whatever. Oh, speaking of more, this week is terrible. Detective Comics 585, first appearance of Ratcatcher, the original Ratcatcher. This hit the list because James Gunn is saying he's going to do another series coming out of his Suicide Squad movie. Obviously, Peacemaker was a hit. People are loving the show. I haven't yet to watch it. I need to start watching it. It's on my list. I just haven't made it happen. So people are jumping on this thinking the Ratcatcher character is more likely than Idris Elba signing on for a show or Sylvester Stallone signing on for a show or anything like that. She was a kind of Margot Robbie signing on for a show. Like Ratcatcher was kind of a breakout star in that. So people are jumping on this. Here's the thing. She's never appeared in the comics. His version that he put in the movie. She's the daughter of this guy. So why are we paying $30 and $300 for a 9.8 for this thing? Hey, we don't even know if that's what his show he's doing. We're specking on that. Plus, it won't be about this guy. It'll be about his daughter. I mean, yeah. This is a trap. It's a trap for a rat. Don't be the rat. Peacemakers, well, they've made him with John Cena's performance. That's kind of what they've went for sure. Is even without seeing it, that's where they've clearly went with it. Yeah, I've heard great things. I just have not had a chance to watch it. Oh, listed for over 1,000. That's nuts. Spec for the sake of spec. All right. Still got some books left. Let's see. More DC. Season 4 Teen Titans. We're getting Brother Blood and Madam Mayhem. They were cast. $20, 9.8 up to $200 for Teen Titans number 21. First appearance of Brother Blood, Madam Mayhem. Has any of the DC shows held value beyond when the characters first appear? Any of them? Have they sustained long-term value for any of these characters that have been a part of these DC shows? The answer is no. This is so simple. I'll be back. Yeah. I mean, hooray for George Perez. Yeah, it's a great run and great series. Don't buy it right now. Buy it later. I'll be back. This Titan show has not sustained books on anything. Specking on a rat. Now, I will say that, yeah, if you get out in front of her showing up finally in the comics, then that would probably be a book to try to pre-order and get on top of. Hey, look at Unruly Rant Roar. Sending me a super chat. I haven't had one of those in forever. Thank you, sir. That means you get a little. Where are we at? I don't know if I can find it anymore. There it is. Yes! Did you see that? Did you see how they reacted in the chat? They loved it. Take that, Bear Island. There you guys. I really got you guys a little take that, Bear Island. So thank you, sir. What's going on with my chat? Why can't I see the bottom comments now? This is weird. My chat is like frozen. Yeah. Oh, there it jumped, but I'm still not getting the most recent comment. That's weird. Like I can see the top of it. I can see that Planet commented, but I can't see his actual comment. That is so bizarre. Is it because I don't know. That's weird. All right. Anyway, nothing with JV's rants. Yes. The news is health by now there is that chance though. Ian is right. Like press keys before he passes for sure. Because there will be a massive bump if that were to happen. With his health deteriorating or whatever. There will be a massive bump when that happens. Unfortunately, hopefully it won't happen soon. And then things will settle, but there will be a bump when that happens for sure. Oh, there it is. There it's back. Now I can see it. All right. Next. Okay. We got news this week that Dakota Johnson has been cast as Madam Web. They've said they were going to do Madam Web forever. Ever. And this thing has been on and off the list a bunch of times. The fact that it's Dakota Johnson makes me doubt it's this version, but we'll get to that in a second. Amazing Spider-Man 210, first appearance of Madam Web. 7.0 hit 240, 9.6 hit 950. Here's the thing on this. We still don't know what the project is. We don't have a timeline on it. How long have we been waiting for Morbius? We're relying on Sony. Even if it's this version, this is an absolute I'll be back. The other thing is, if you didn't care about Madam Web enough to buy this before now, why on earth would you buy it when the news is breaking? Don't do that. Don't do that. And I'll admit, I went and looked for this book because I didn't have it. The next book, not this book, the next book. And then I was like, what am I doing? Come back later. I'm like, what am I doing? Madam Web is dope. I like Madam Web as a character. I think she plays an interesting role. I like the current version, which is this book, better. I like the Julia Carpenter version better. So this is Amazing Spider-Man 637. For Julia Carpenter becomes the second Madam Web. This is going for 30 to 40, and actually I've seen it creep into 50, 60. This one might actually be worth it because I feel like it's more likely Dakota Johnson is going to play this version. Plus, it was low enough that I feel like it probably holds in that $50 range. Just because people know what's coming. Sad thing is you can get her first appearance for less than this still. Although it may have started bumping, but it was still sitting around 30-ish to 50, 30 to 50. So it was sitting, I guess, in the same range. Julia Carpenter's first appearance was sitting in the same range. I feel like this is probably going to hold just because of where the value is. The first Spider appearance that there's talk about her. I feel like this one's going to hold, even though I put an I'll be back on the other one. But we'll see. But I would not chase. No, don't chase it. 2047. Yeah. I just think, and maybe this is maybe I should put this as an I'll be back instead of a worth it, just because it's going to cool down, and who knows when the heck we're going to get that. Where's Benjamin? Yeah. Hey, Wednesday spoiler. Yeah, that's soon on Morbius. All right, so those are your Madam Webs. I would bet on Julia Carpenter before the original, but we'll see. Just because of the casting. She seems to fit that version more, but we'll see. All right. Last three books all have to do with the most recent episode of the Book of Boba Fett. So if you were watching that and haven't had a chance to watch it and you don't want spoilers, get out now. The odds are you've been spoiled by now. It's been everywhere. But this is my warning to you, and Unruly can probably roll out because it's all Star Wars related. Although the first book's interesting, Unruly, but this is Star Wars, Book of Boba Fett related. So He's already piecing. So here you go. So that was your warning. So first up we have, of all things, RT601. What? This is so stupid. We will taste anything. This has a Clone War ad in it for the Clone Wars that features Cad Bane. So this is his first appearance in comics. True first. So people are paying $20 for this. I want to rant, but I think I'm ranted out. Really? Come on, man. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about this. John's emotions are how I feel about this. Yeah. He appears in an ad in this book. There you go. Next. Darth Maul 3. This is his first cover appearance. Raw copies are going for $80. 9.8 hitting 300. So here's the deal on Cad Bane, and I'll talk. This is my same take for the number 2. If you didn't care about Cad Bane before this episode, why do you care now? So why are you buying it? 1. Who does 1 with a thumb? So why were you buying it? Number 2. Now is, even if you do want it and just never got around to it, now is the worst time. Worst time. Don't do it. He just appeared in live action for the first time. The book will never be hotter unless they give him his own series, which is highly unlikely. Don't do it. Don't do it. Chases the chasers. Yes. So this is 80 plus 300 for his first cover appearance, and then obviously the book, everyone, is actually after Darth Maul number 2, first appearance of Cad Bane in comics. 180 to 200 for a raw copy. 9.8s are sitting at 800 to 1100, topped out at 11. Why would you buy this now? I mean, if you've been a Cad Bane fan, the sad thing is I had the second print of this book a long time ago, and I got rid of it for like $10. At the time, my defense, I'd picked it up. I don't even remember why I'd gotten it. I picked it up for like $1, and then and I didn't even realize that that's what it was. That it was its first appearance at the time. This was right when I got back into collecting, and I moved it for like $10. Somebody wanted it. I was like, okay. I didn't care. It was the second print. But so that has nothing. But I could have went back and got this a billion times. Didn't, because I was like, yeah, whatever. But even if you really want it and just had never pulled the trigger, why would you do it right now? I'm telling you, 6 months from now, this is an I'll be back. If you got it, for sure. I don't think it plummets, but it might. It might marginally be a trap. If you got it, sell it. There you go. Hey, J Hood, you're here just in time for the end, as is Panthera. What's going on? Unruly was 100% man today. He was definitely 100%. The only one I thought that he might not be was on that Daredevil cover. And I like Cad Bane. I think he's a fun character. I think they used him perfectly in the Clone Wars and Rebels, and was he in Rebels or Bad Batch or whatever, where he appears occasionally. The stories are well done. He's just kind of this badass that just shows up every so often. He's not a main villain. He's just kind of another character in the galaxy. And they always tell good stories with him, and then he disappears like he should. And which is what they should use him in live action for. Which means he's not gonna be he's not a carry a series character, in my opinion. And I don't think that's gonna happen. But this is the worst time to buy. The worst right now. Unless next week they announce, hey, Cad Bane's getting his own series, then that would be the worst time to buy. But otherwise, just be patient. It'll come back some. You waited too long to get it cheap. But it hasn't been cheap for a long time anyway, because people have been specking on him forever. But, and yeah, don't buy it right now. You missed a bunch of rants today, Jay. That is what you missed. I think Cad Bane's better. Don't let my nephew hear that. Like, I thought his portrayal in the cartoons and stuff as a bounty hunter, he was a better character than Boba Fett was originally in the movies, right? And I think he even like that we'll see, but I think over the years his portrayal has actually been better. He's actually a better character and has as cool, if not a cooler look. And I did think they pulled off the look pretty well, but I would not be buying this right now. Just don't. All right. So that's enough of me ranting and raving today. We are at 40 minutes. Mandalorian's better than Boba Fett. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Go stop the FOMO. Just be patient. Patience. Go watch yesterday's look back video to see what's going to happen with these books in 6 months. Go watch it. 17 books, just like today. 16 of them down. One slightly up. But the 9.8 of that book are down. Just the raw copies are slightly up. Patience. There you guys go. There's my rant for the day. We'll be back tonight with a little D&D on this channel if you guys want to come hang out. And then tomorrow night, I'll be over on this guy's channel. We're playing Comic Gories Winter Olympics, the Indie Medley, which means our contestants, the Comic Queen, Promiscuous Time Traveler, Highlight Comic Bro. I got issues. I didn't remember all four of them this time. That's good. Are going to only play indie comics. It's all they can play. So come hang out with us tomorrow night. It should be a blast on John's Comics with Kids. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. Later, folks. If I can find the exit music.